FarmRPG, Belogan here. Today we're going to answer the important question of, is FarmRPG pay to win? Well, is it? Of course it is. I can spend money. I must be able to win, right? Let's dig in and talk about it. So this is my Dope Start Farmer account that I used in my Getting Started guide. And we have a whopping 30,000 gold on here. Now, how much is that actually worth in real money? So through the web version of the game, you can purchase gold through PayPal. And when you do that through supporting the game through the bank, you've got these options. There's a starter pack for $5. It gives you 100 gold, some lemonade, some OJs, and grape juices. And it goes up from there. $5 for 100 gold after your starter pack, not much else. $10 for 225, and so forth. The top package gives you 3,000 gold for $100. That means 30,000 gold is about $1,000. So if you had $1,000 to spend, this is definitely the best place to do it. What would you do and how do you win? Let's talk about it. So there's a few things you can spend gold on realistically in the game. A few of those are in town. One of them is under farm supply. And you have your irrigation, fertilizer toolbox, farming almanac, sower banker, several of these upgrades. Some of them are very, very nice to have. And some of them are more quality of life things that just make playing a little bit easier. If you add all of these up currently, it's going to come to a total of, I want to say about 600. Yeah, I added those up, 600 gold to unlock all of these items. So I'm not going to do that just yet. Of these ones that realistically help you drastically in the game, I'm going to say Banker 1 and 2 are probably the most important long term. But some of these ones like Sower and Distributor and Harvester make it so you can buy or sell your crops, harvest them all with one click, and sell all your new plants with one click. Those are really, really nice. These ones here that give you 10% more experience while you're fishing, crafting, exploring, those can speed up your progress a little bit, 10%. It's noticeable. It's not drastic, but it is noticeable. Fertilizer gives you 10% more silver on everything you sell. So you notice in my quick start guide with even just getting some of the free gold out there, I unlocked that one first. I think that's probably the most important one to get. These crop growing ones are nice, 10 and 20% faster, especially when they stack with the other perks you can get through playing the game. I love Lemon Squeezer. I love it so much. Once you get lots of lemons there, it's wonderful. And Mattress Pad is a way to increase your stamina regen, not your regen, but your max stamina you can hold on to. So this is one set of things you can spend silver on. Another one is in the flea market. You can directly buy lemonade, orange juice, iced tea, and grape juice. So lemonade, when you use it, instantly gives you 600 exploring experience, plus you find 10 items or 5 items, unless you have that the OJ perk, the unlocked for gold. We're going to assume you do if you're spending 30,000 gold here. Then you find 10 items. Orange juice gives you 100 stamina. Iced tea restores your fishing streak if you lose it. That one kind of impacts your experience because if you have a streak of 1,000, you're basically getting double experience for fishing or 100% more experience. And if you lose it, that is a way you could restore it for 10 gold. And then there's grape juice, which instantly causes some of your crops to mature. You can only drink one of those per day. So if you buy 5 of them, you can use them over the course of 5 days. Admittedly, you know, where I'm at with my main account, where I'm growing 32 plots of wheat, it takes about 4.5 hours using those, says about 4.5 hours. It's worth probably about 1 million silver in the day if I wanted to spend 25 gold on that every single day. But in the terms of just instantly winning, yeah, it's not going to get me there. It just speeds me up a little bit. OJ, okay, this is probably, if you're strictly going for how much experience can I'm going to put in quotation marks, instantly get, OJ is probably where you want to spend all your stamina or all your gold. So for 30,000 gold, at 6 a pop, you can get 5,000 OJs. It's quite a bit. With those 5,000 OJs, if you drink it all, that's about 500,000 stamina. Now, if I assume that I get the base 125 and then we'll average it out to say 150 stamina per explorer, it's probably not even that high based off of random items you pick up, which is about 1 out of every 8 clicks. That could get you roughly 75 million exploration experience. We'll see what that means here in just a moment. Now, how long is that actually going to take you? If you can click at a rate of 1 per second to use all that 500,000 stamina, you've got to click nonstop. If you're going 1 per second, about 5.78, 5.87, my numbers might be slightly off, but roughly that long. Granted, you probably need to sleep a little bit, so it's going to take you a little over a week to realize all of that stamina being explored. There's ways to speed that up. That's for another video. So 75 million experience might be a little bit generous, but what does that actually get you? If I come look at my exploration chart here, let's go all the way up to 75 million, and that's going to put you right in the level 69 bracket. So you can get your exploration skyrocketed up in a couple days up to level 69. Is that really going to help you a whole lot? In the long run, I think once you hit I want to say exploration level 20, or maybe it's what you need, level 50 to get to the last potential area. There's not a lot of need for exploration above that. And as much as we'd like to say that that's winning, there's no banners, there's no confetti, there's no cheering of adoring fans when you get to level 50 exploration and unlock that last area to explore. All right. The other things you can do that are kind of interesting. Before I dig into that, let me bring up one more point. Through the game, there is a way to get gold for free. One of them is at the town hall. You can get free gold here. If you claim that you left a review and join the Discord server, you can claim these. It's based entirely on the honor system. There's 25 more gold right there. And then if I go to the museum and look under achievements, all of these achievements give gold as well. And I kind of covered these in the getting started video. Some of these I've done, some of them take a little while to do. Additionally, there are help needs requests right now. More of these unlock as you complete these. Some of these give gold. I think there's one that gives 10 gold right now, so that'll increase a little bit. But in total, that comes out to about 750 roughly free gold you can get in the game without having to actually buy anything. That is enough to unlock all of your farm supply perks, and then still have about 125 left for anything else you want to spend it on. I'm just remembering right now, there are also expeditions, fishing charters, and expeditions you can spend gold on. They go for 1 hour per gold to an area that you have unlocked. So you could do that, and they take an hour to come back. So you could do those. It's not a quick return. Generally, I wouldn't do more than one of those each just for the initial achievement. So I don't think that's a route to go if you're going to go pay to win. All right, the other two things you can spend gold on that do kind of help. When we go exploring, click the right place, Bellogan. Small cave here. You have a base stamina of 15. You can increase that for 15 gold, and every time you do it, it increases it by 25. Now the cost goes up 15 gold every time you do this, but it does increase your base stamina. By default, that is being restored at a rate of 1 every other minute. If you bought but there is a perk energy drink that you can unlock for 25 skill points that makes that restore every minute. If you did that, you have 1,440 total stamina you're going to regenerate through the day. So if you could keep on top of it, that's how many explorers you could get, about 1,000 per day, or 1,440 per day without anything else being used. The other thing you can do is increase your inventory limit, which by default is 200. And again, it's 15 gold to increase that. Every time you use that, you increase your cap by 50, and the cost goes up 15 gold. So what does that mean? I put together a little chart here of total gold spent versus your inventory and your stamina. If I were to dump all of my 30,000, so the left is the gold for the upgrade, the right is the running sum total of that. So if I come down here to 30,000 gold, I'm not going to quite get this row, but we'll get this row. I could unlock to have 1,600 stamina total if I spent all of it on that. So 1,000 gold would make it to where you would never overflow on stamina if you didn't have any upgrades for like 2 days. Or I could get my inventory limit up to 3,300, which means you could sit on a lot of stuff before you have to trade it in. Now, that alone isn't giving you any kind of experience. You've got to be able to make use of that increased stamina regen and inventory space before it's really going to give you kind of any experience or any silver or help you win per se. Just a quick note, this price increased. Originally it was 10 gold per increase. So when the game was first in testing, a couple of us bought the $25 package. I was able to get most of the farm perks, and I have my inventory space up to about 150. Now that would cost you 1,365 silver. It was quite a bit less than that with just 10 per upgrade previously. But I am seriously considering increasing that just because I'd like to get a little higher. If you watch my Sawmill video, you might know why. All right, so those are the things you can potentially buy with silver. So if you were going to spend $1,000 and buy a bunch of these 3,000 gold packs, what would you do? You know, the recommendation is go to town, buy. Let me go home and go to town here. Buy all of the farm supply perks. I wouldn't worry about anything in the flea market, honestly. Maybe get a couple OJs just to get you started to help with that exploration. And then honestly, I would dump everything else into increasing your inventory space after that. Just so you can hold lots and lots of things without ever having to worry about overflowing. The rest of it, stamina, you have a way to increase your max in the game once you hit a high enough level with exploration. And we have a wiki on this. If I come to the library, it's probably under exploring. The farmhouse, once you're at level 30 farming and exploring, you can build the farmhouse. You can rest every day to increase your max stamina by 1. If you buy the mattress pad, it increases by 2. So I wouldn't put your money into stamina because you have a way to increase that in the game. Maybe a couple upgrades just off the bat if you want it to be able to hold like an hour or 2 or maybe 8 hours of sleeping time before maximizing your stamina use. And then I'd put the rest in your inventory, just increase your inventory space. So is that going to help you level up faster? You know, it's actually going to make all of the quality of life improvements be unlocked for you instantly rather than taking some time to do that. And you'll get a little bit of a boost if you did buy some OJs in increasing that exploration rank, but it's still going to take some time to do that actually playing. There's not a direct way to quickly with gold increase your fishing or your crafting or your exploration or your farming skills. There just isn't. Those expeditions and fishing charters, again, they can get you a little bit of experience, but it's not going to get you super far in it. So there you have it. So if we answer the end of the question, is FarmRPG pay to win? The answer is, of course it is. But what are you winning? Like, nothing. This isn't a competitive game. It just gives you a little bit of a head start, really, is all that spending all that gold does. Make some things a little bit easier that you could do in game, and then give you such a large inventory space that you never have to worry about selling stuff. And ultimately, you know, where the top players are at right now, between 800 and 1,000 inventory space, going much beyond, you know, that makes everything pretty manageable. There's nothing that's really needed to go much beyond that right now in the game. So you could argue, you know, spend 13,000, maybe even 18,000, maybe even 2,000 on inventory space, increase another 2,000 to get your stamina up to 450, and then spend the rest on energy juice on OJ, and do lots of exploring, spend several days exploring, and you'll get your exploring up pretty quick. You know, but at the end of the day, I have to say, is it pay to win? No, it's just pay to make your life a little bit easier if you want to. You absolutely do not have to play the game, be successful, have access to all of the content. It's all there for you. My high recommendation, though, is, you know, it's a free-to-play game. There are no ads. It's nice to support Firestream, the developers, so throw them some cash to help with costs if you enjoy the game. Just don't expect it to instantly make you win the game. It doesn't do that. Spending gold in the game doesn't give you the privilege to tell Firestream what he has to do next and how he has to develop the game. It's merely a nice gesture saying, we appreciate your work. Here's some support to help pay for the server costs. So hopefully that puts the argument to bed. Is this pay to win? Think I got it right? Let me know. If you have any counter arguments and want to discuss them, hit me up for those as well. Glad to hear from you. Thanks for watching.